Thank you for joining us for another exciting and informative video. Today, if you are just joining us today for your first time, we really appreciate you for joining us, and we encourage you to subscribe to our channel so that you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. And to do that, you should also turn on your notification bell. And if you are a returning subscriber, we appreciate you so much for coming back. So today we would like to talk about how to add file upload and page break functionalities to your forms on your WordPress websites. And to do that, we will have to go and rely on a plugin. The reason why we will need to do this is that sometimes when you are, particularly if you are WordPress developer or WordPress web designer, our clients might ask you to design a website requiring you to add file upload functionalities. That means that somebody has to attach, the person filling the form has to attach maybe a PDF form for a job application or whatever it is, or image, music, whatever it might be, in whichever format. So that is what we really need to do. We want to make sure that we are able to break it down for people to understand that they can add this functionality to their website. And another thing we would like to also add is the page break, meaning that if you are building a form and it's very long, you would like to break it into different segments, maybe 2, 3, or 4 segments, so that the form will not appear too long on the screen. The people filling the form has to click next to be able to see the next page of the form until the filling is completed. So to do that, we are going to go straight to the plugin section, and then we are going to say add new. And what we are going to use today is a plugin called Forminator. We are going to use Forminator plugin. It's a very wonderful contact form. So straight away we are going to install it here. The image has not loaded. I'm not sure whether it's network issue or whatever it is. So I'm going to click install so that it will install it for us. And then once the installation is complete, we will activate and continue the setup process. So very good, activation is done. So the form is ready for us to build. So we are going straight to the form section. Here we can see under the dashboard, we can see Forminator as a shortcut icon. So we are going straight to under it. We are going to forms. We are going to go straight to forms, and then here is the screen you will be greeted with. Is a blank screen. So what you're going to do is to create a new form, and then you can see straight away that you have these choices. If it's a blank form that you want, or contact us form, or newsletter, whatever registration, whatever kind of form that you like to create, you can create it. If you want a pre-created form, you can choose any of these, but if you want a blank form, you can pick a blank form here. But for us to make this video shorter, we like to pick any of these. So let's say, for example, we want a contact us form, or to make it easier for you to understand, let's just take a blank form and then continue. So we like to enter the name of the form as maybe contact us, and then we are going to click create. Beautiful. Now we have a form, right? So what we would like to do now is blank, because we are using a blank form. So we are going to add, this is the name of the form, this is the form interface. So we are going to add insert items to the form. Now first of all, we need to have a name. So we are going to click insert, and then we'll be able to set the name of the what the people will see when they are trying to fill up the form. Now the name will, what will appear is name. If you like to change it to something else, you can do that. And then if you want a placeholder, it will appear this way. If you like to write a description, for example, write your name below, you can also do that like that, and then you apply. But if you want to make sure that the form, the kind of form is a required form, you can come here and click required. That way nobody will be allowed to fill the form without filling in that space. So we are going to click apply. So now we have one item on the field, one field form. So we are going to click email address. Okay, very important. So it's also going to be required. So required, and then email address. Example is fine. If you want to enter your email address here, you can do that. Then we're going to click that. Then we are going to insert another one. Our phone number is fine. We are going to add that. So we are going to make it to required one, required, and then come back to labels. If everything is fine by you, you can change this to the number format of your country if you want, and then you apply, and then so gradually you're building the form. So you can, of course, somebody will need address. So if you are okay by all these pre-built address formats, then you leave it. But if, for example, you are not okay with having a apartment suite, you can turn that off and then allow the other ones to continue. So you can also write the placeholder and details of each individual item. So if you're okay with it, you can say apply. So you have address already. So we are going to click another one. And then what else might somebody need to write? Text area, maybe. Okay, let me just say input, so that I will show you how to do input. So we are going to input. You can see maybe location, whatever you want to write. I just want to use this for this example purpose. So you can write whatever you want, write a place, write whatever you want here, and then if it's required, you click require. If it's not required, you make it optional, and then you come and say apply. And then another thing I would like to show you is that I like to add a text area, so that somebody will be able to write in detail, maybe employment history. So this will require them to write a little bit in detail. So you can say write a bit about your employment history within the last, for example, last 5 years. So that won't be, I won't make that. I'll just make that as a description. For example, I'm pasting it here instead of here. So so we're going to say description. I'm sorry, cut again. This is where I would like to put a description. So therefore value is not applicable. So we are going to say apply, and then we can populate the form to make it a big form, so that we'll be able to even integrate other forms. So now that the form has been picked, has been done, if you would like the person to make file upload, here is it. So this is what we really want to talk about, this and this. So you can add any other thing here, but what we really want to do is to make sure that we add the file upload, which is very easy. And to do that, you need to, of course, have a form to be able to go along with the file upload. That was the reason why I was doing the form first. So now we are going to make file upload. We are going to insert it into the form. Here it is. So you can now take a look. If you want them to upload a file before submitting, you can make it required. If not, you can leave it optional. And then here are the allowed file types. You can leave it on default, but if you want specific files only, you can choose that. For example, you only need images, documents, and you don't need audio. You can turn this off. For example, you expect people to upload video or audio. You can decide on what to do. But if you're okay with everything, you can use the default. By default, the file size limit is 8 megabytes. You can change it. You can say byte, kilobyte, megabyte. So by megabyte, you can change it to maybe 20 or 10 or even 100, or let's just say 20 megabytes is the maximum file size you expect people to upload. So you can check. You can also set that as a parameter as well. So once you are done with all the settings, you can come and click apply, and then you now have the file upload functionality there. And now another thing we like to do is to insert the page break. Now you must have been clear with my explanation how to insert this file upload. The reason I'm using Forminator for this example is because Forminator file upload functionality is free. Now this is a pro version. It's a pro feature. Let me just say it's a pro feature or functionality in many other form builders like WP Forms. I love using WP Forms, but one of the projects that I designed for a client, it required that I had this file upload functionalities. So in other cases, clients need just a simple form, but some clients would require that you add file upload functionality because of the purpose of the website. So for that, I tried using the WP form file upload functionality, and I noticed that it is a pro version, meaning that I can't get it for free. I have to pay to get it. Similarly, the page break functionality that I'm going to talk about also is a pro feature. It's a pro functionality in WP Forms and many other form builders. This is why I prefer using Forminator, because Forminator has made it is free for you to use. You don't have to pay for it. You just have to make sure you know how to use it. And that is the purpose of this example, using Forminator. And this doesn't mean that you can't build a form with other form builders like WP Forms or Gravity Forms or Contact Form 7 or whatever it is, using this file upload functionality. They are there, but most of them require it to be a pro version. So this is why I'm using this. So now that that is clear, we are going to click and try to insert some other functionalities, like you can even use date picker so that somebody will be able to pick date. You can leave it like this. You can make the setting of how you want it to be. If you want month first, you can set that, and then once you are done with all your settings, you can then click apply. And then, so of course you want the date to be above. So these things are movable. You can move one up or down, so they are not fixed. If you don't want this to be here, you can move it down. You see, so it's now down. You can move it up even to the top. So that's how it works. So now that that is done, I think this, let's try to publish it and see what it looks like. First, so I'm going to try to publish it. I'm going to try to publish it now. This is the sort code. So you definitely are going to copy the sort code. So I've copied it. I'm going to the dashboard. I'm going to pages to create a new page and insert that code to see what the form will look like. So now I'm going to say home, for example, and instead of building anything, I'm going to paste the form straight away. I've added the form. So I'm going to click Save, Publish. So I'm going to click Publish and see what it looks like. Now I'm going to view the form in a new tab. This is what it looks like. You can see the name, the email address, the phone number, street. And these are the street details, country. You can choose your country from here. And then you can write whatever you like here. And then location, if you have anything, employment history. And then date. You can, of course, you can arrange this to whichever location you want. Choose a file, of course. When you click on this, choose a file, it will take you to your computer to be able to pick a document to add. For example, I'm going to use this as an example. So look at, it has been added. So you can click on send message to send the message. Of course, you can see write a bit about your employment history within the last 5 years. So this has been added as well. So all this can be arranged to your taste. Now we are going to go back and let's also assume that this form is too long like this. For example, we want clients to our clients to fill to this level and click next to be able to access this bottom area. So what we like to do is to incorporate the page break that we talked about. So we are going to add the page break, which are very good features that people usually ask for. So we are going to say insert a new field, and then here is the page break. Where is it? Page break. Here it is. So we are going to click on it and say insert page break. Now it has been inserted to the bottom, and even this one, date, we want the date to go a little bit further up. Yeah, good. Now the employment history, location. Now we can say whatever name you like to say, maybe area of specialization, or maybe or whatever, visa type, or whatever you like to write. Then you click apply, and then this will be visa type instead of normal text. Now that has been done, we now want to move this page break to a specific location where we want the page to break into two. So for example, we are going to move it up a little bit. It is here. I want it to be at the middle of the at the bottom of the address. So after filling the address, there shall be a page break. So for you to access the date, location, visa type, employment history, and file upload, you have to click on next button. So you can set what the page break details look like here. If you want it to appear as a page, you can do that. If you want it to appear as a progress bar, you come here and you choose progress bar, and then you click apply. So instead of pages, it's now showing progress bars. So it's not going to show progress bar. So now that has been done, we have done that. Visa page break has been inserted. So we are going to click update, and that has been saved. So we are going to refresh the form and see what it looks like. Beautiful. And you can see that this is, if you fill this first part of the form, you have filled 50% of it. So to access the remaining 50%, you need to click on this next button. For example, the form, the name is Harris Doe, for example, and then email address can be at gmail.com, and then phone number, we can write anything there, for example, and then street address, write whatever you like there. City, for example, write London. Postcode, write whatever postcode you use. Oh, this is state, for example, write Texas, whatever whatever state you live in. Write your zip code. Here you can write right? Whatever zip code you choose, choose your country, your location. So you choose maybe, for example, we would like to say Brazil. So now that that has been filled, we would like to see what the page break functionality does. Now, like I told you, the page has been broken into two, so that made the form shorter, and is even helping the person filling the form to be more, more relaxed. So we are going to click next to be able to see the other side of the form. So here you choose a date, for example, today's date or whatever date you like to see, and then you see location. You can write anything. Just this location is just for example. It's not relevant. Then you can type whatever you want to type in a bigger, lengthy note, and then employment history also. Oh, this visa type shouldn't have been this. So shouldn't have been a text space. So I'm going to delete it. So you can delete whatever you don't like as well. So you can click here and delete it. So click delete and it's gone. So you're going to update, and that is it. So if I now refresh this page, this visa space will go, and then this employment history, the person will be required to write details about their employment history, and then they will be able to choose a file, and then after choosing the file has been attached, then they are going to click on send message. And if they have anything that they would like to do, they can click on this previous button to go back to the previous page, or click on next to go forward, and then click send to send the form. I hope this helps. This is how to insert free file upload functionality to your form using WordPress, and also adding page break functionality to that same form, all for free using the Formulator, which other form builders don't allow you to do, because they expect to get paid for such functionality. So this is why I love Forminator plugin. Most of the functionalities that you really need for any kind of website are actually free. You don't have to pay for them. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.